Garlic mustard. Garlic mustard is an herbaceous plant found in the understory of high-quality woodlands, upland and floodplain forests, and disturbed areas. It inhibits beneficial fungi associated with native plants, causing a decline in herbaceous vegetation within 5 to 7 years. In 2006, it was listed as a noxious or restricted plants in a number of states, including Minnesota. It occurs in 27 Midwestern and Northeastern states. Garlic mustard, as the name. Garlic mustard is a biennial. That means it comes up the first year and then the second year it flowers. It forms a small rosette the first year that's 1 to 6 inches tall, and then the second year it'll grow up to 4 feet high, and it's often the only plant of that height with a white blooming flower in the woods during May and early June, depending on the year. The leaves are dark green with a rounded scalloped edge that first year, and the second year it's more heart-shaped, and the leaves will smell like onions or garlic when crushed. The leaves will remain green also throughout the winter. The flowers on that second year plant are white, and they have 4 separate petals, and they're in clusters. And these are again present on that second year. The seeds are grown or develop in capsules, kind of like a teeny tiny string bean that's about 1 to 2 inches long, and it contains a single row of oblong tiny black seeds. In July or August, the seeds become viable, and even if you cut the flower off, those seeds will continue to develop and become viable. So everything, when trying to eradicate garlic mustard, everything needs to be removed. The root is a white, slender taproot with a little S hook on the top. If you're going to be one of the heroes to help eradicate this plant, you need to get below that S hook. Greetings, my name is Susie Olson with the Olmsted County Extension Master Gardener Program from the University of Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about one of our priority areas, biodiversity. Biodiversity is really another way of saying we need to keep our planet diverse, keep our woods, our plants that are available even in our own yards varied to help the pollinators, to help our environment. And plant biodiversity is threatened by invasive species. Let's take a look here at the Bear Creek area in southeast Rochester, just behind Mayo High School, at some of the concerns we have not only here in Olmsted County but in many areas, including Quarry Hill, and I could name others, maybe even in your own backyard or in your own woodland area. So let's talk a little bit about how to help eradicate this plant. First, you'll need some gloves, unless you like getting dirty, but really it's a great idea to have long sleeves. I don't have them on today. Long pants, socks, and shoes or boots that won't gather or collect any soil which will have seeds in them to carry to other places. Just make sure to brush them out with some kind of brush in the area you were at, so you don't carry them to your own garden and spread this invasive plant. Along with a large plastic bag, you'll need something to dig those plants up that will go in the bag. Everything that you dig up needs to leave. To dig out the plant, this is a great tool, a long-handled one. If you're going to be a serious hero to get rid of that invasive plant, to get rid of the garlic mustard, a long-handled one is great because you're going to save a lot of aches and pains in your back, especially if the area is anything like what we have here. Maybe an old knife, a little thinner one would work good, or even a trowel, more like a skinnier one like this would work to help get that garlic mustard out. It's not hard to dig, especially after a rain or when the soil is a little moist. Although, don't go right away, because the mud will go on your shoes and it'll be harder to get off that mud and those seeds that'll follow with that as you clean off your shoes. So let's get busy digging out some garlic mustard. Right here on the edge of this large area of this invasive plants, where this invasive plant is, we have a great place to start. We want to be tacking or digging out the flowering garlic mustard plants. You want to dig it out past the hook, and if you can take a look, there's a bend right there. Dig another one. You want to get past that hook. There's another one. Put our trowel next to it. You can really see the bend on that one. We know we've got a lot of that taproot. We've got past that point. This one is not going to shoot out its seeds. As you see along the stem here, we have every one of those little branches branching out is full of seeds. It'll get to a point where it explodes, and that will be when we are past the point of keeping this particular plant from adding more seeds to this woodland area. It's another one. Now when you're digging and moving through, there are a few plants that you want to watch out for. This is nettles or smartweed. Brushing your arm if you have short sleeves, again, that will cause some burning. So make sure anyone you're working with pays attention to this particular plant. Another plant to be considered and worried about is wild parsnips. Wild parsnips is often found in the same area, and it will cause severe burns. Here's a picture of it. You won't notice it right away, but as soon as the sunlight hits that area where you brushed up against it, you will have blistering and burning. So do be careful for that. Thank you for spending time learning about this invasive plant. Are you ready to take action? Get a crew together and see how you can clean up areas in our county. If you have any questions, let us know. Contact information is listed below.